4, 3, 2, 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is it. It's the ROMELLO MARCELLOUS show. The fly uncle you always wish you had.
Bring 'em out.
Here to give you every aspect of game from a real player's perspective. It's the biggest boss from business, entertainment, love, and life.
Had to find my inner power.
To fashion, etiquette, and current events.
Major show alert.
All to enhance the happiness already inside you.
Today is about the power of you.
Check it out.
You're now rocking with the best.
Here I am, God damn it. Here I am. Welcome to the ROMELLO MARCELLOUS show. I am he and he is me. Happy New Year, man. It's 2022 for all of us that have made it, man, and have ducked the variants and the things that are going on, man. Shout out to all of you, man, and prayers go out to all those that are battling these things. And yeah, I thought I'd start off different tonight, man, and just kind of reflect, man. Thankful for health and strength and being able to see another year and to be here and share this positive forum with you guys. But you know, there's something that troubles me is how we view each other as black men or men and women in our relationships. Period. The expectation factor. You know, so many of us out here who have so many unrealistic expectations of what an individual should bring, you know, to I guess their table. Through their involvement or their relations. And I think that it is a travesty, but you know, it goes to this fact or this matter is that usually those that are grown or have come along, and this was uttered to me by someone, and I think it was a very interesting point, is that one who hadn't had a voice when they were a child will continuously seek a voice when they're old in their relationships. Yeah, and I think that's prevalent to a lot of our see and desire thing nowadays because we are constantly here in an environment where we're seeking things that we can't afford. Let me know if you can hear me. I'm not sure if you can hear me tonight. I'm starting off a little different. I just want to kind of be about it. Hang on. Let me just go ahead and let me do this while I set things up. I should be doing my administrative thing a little sooner, but I'm going to go ahead and do this while I do this.
How did we get here?
This will attest to some of the things that's going on in our relations, if you can hear.
How did we end up losing faith? Right now I can't think straight. Cause you're not in my space. How could I live without that girl that showed me how to be a better man? Now I know the road wasn't that easy for me to understand. Girl, I hurt you. I regret the lies I told. I was untrue. And I know I was wrong. You don't have to take me back, even though I'm alone. And I know we tried our best to build our own home. Time was fading, too much heartache, and we know it will never be the same. Oh girl, you ain't gotta wait for me, but you know that I'ma pray for you till the end. You find, get you face to face. Hope you keep that smile, even when I'm away. Don't you wait too long to fall back in love. I won't be upset if I wasn't the one. Girl, I hurt you. I regret the lies I told. I was untrue. And I know I was wrong. I was wrong for you. Don't have to take me back. No, you don't. Even though I'm alone. And I know we tried our best to build our home. Girl, I hurt have to take me back. Even though I love, yeah. And I know we tried our best to build our own home. You don't have to take me back. I know I was wrong, but yet we tried our best to build our own home. How did we get here?
Thank you. I needed that moment. Had to tighten up some things, man. You know, around here, when you're doing it all yourself, man, either you got to get it right or you don't get it right. And God damn it, I'm going to do the best I can every night. Yeah. But anyway, man, y'all tagging in. Let some people get in the room. Last night we had to miss it, man, of power outages in my area, man, and I couldn't get to y'all, man. But we here tonight. We here. We here. We here. Welcome once again to the ROMELLO Marcellus show. I am he and he is me. And tonight, man, we're going. I gotta run right into it, man, because you know, time is of the essence. Time is tight for all of us, and yeah, we need to jump right in. The topic tonight is: what should both men and women bring to the table? That's the question. What should both men and women bring to the table? Okay. It seems that we have people out here with grandiose expectations of their significant others and their partners, man, and they're not living up to it. I guess because, what do they say? You have champagne taste and beer money, and the same thing is applicable to your taste in relationships. I mean, you have to have the idea that, okay, you meet someone who is successful, and this is man or woman, and they have a lifestyle that you want to lead, okay, or you are seeking a certain lifestyle that you want to lead. You want children. If you want children, you want a home, you want dogs, you want cats, and all that good shit. But what are you willing to sacrifice of yourself and your resources for a lifetime to maintain that? Let alone deal with the person's issues that you are encountering. And I have to say this, man, that tonight, the majority of the people that I polled on this, and I say this on the female side, man, y'all carrying a lot of testosterone. You're carrying goddamn too much testosterone. Y'all need to start taking some estrogen pills or some flaxseed or something, man. And you know, you have to recognize that we as men, we're seeking a wife, not a partner. And there's a difference in a partner. When I say partner, my partner, that's like there's levels to that too. Let me just put it this way. But ultimately, a man wants something that's feminine. Someone that's feminine, their femininity calms our natural beast, our natural nature, and complements us, our yin to our yang, you know, allowing us to decompress from the shit we deal with, but also being there to support you in the ways that we can, because we're natural hunters. Our impulsive nature puts us in the common spec that we want to earn, provide, keep, and protect the woman we're with. But in this day and age that we live in, the expectations of what a man should be is so far few in between. And we look at the perpetual images that are before us, whether it's the influencers or like myself, us that have platforms. What are they perpetuating to us? Is it positive or is it something that's negative? You know, this is where we really have to do our own homework, our own self-check, our own camera check, so to speak. And most of us don't. We want what we want, and we're not willing to sacrifice or compromise much in regards to it. My thing is this: if you have those positions that you're playing, with yourself, how fair is it to the individual that you are really interested in, dealing with? Okay, that's the question. So my thing is, even tonight, right? I watched this forum, and I have to share it because it was very interesting with the outcome. Okay, and I have to give everyone who actually has their platforms their props, because it takes a lot to do this and to put these things together and to draw a natural response from people. Okay, the perspectives, and this is kind of, I think I've touched on this a few times on my show. The perspectives of the view of what we as men see. Okay, and this is one perspective, if you will indulge me. Okay, indulge me.
No. Understand what I mean. There's only one way to keep score with what men do, by who they marry. All men will have sex with all of y'all. They'll tolerate all of you. They'll smash.
Fact.
But wife you, hell no. Most men will be like, because what can a man do about a situation that's outside of his control? No, if you're already coming into it with, let's be honest, let's be real. Let's just have a real conversation. When you were little girls, okay, especially when you start to bloom and develop, what are the things you were told by adults about boys?
They horny, they fast, cover up. Be careful.
Yeah, be careful around the little boys that they were. Be careful of older men because
and then what were you talking about? And what were you taught boys and men are supposed to do?
Cater to you, protect you.
Mm-hmm. So men are either a utility or something to be feared. You only look at us in terms of our usefulness to you.
I feel like it's set up. Society has it set up to where it's like both of people. They both feel entitled like that. Like
no, we don't. No, we don't. Men are told very clear what we're supposed to do for y'all. We're told very clear we're supposed to protect, provide, power, side, peace, all these other things. When I ask what are women supposed to do for men, this conversation shows y'all haven't put a lot of thought into who we are, what we want, or what you're supposed to do for us. When I ask about a man, it comes back to what you want. That's the way it's been set up. And which is funny is because the very people that are being tailored to and catered to sound like you're oppressed. And the very people who are on the other side trying to figure out what's going on are the ones that, would you say that most women have empathy for men today?
No.
Would you want to raise a son and put him out in the world like that with women who thought, if women took a snapshot of the things you hear, not necessarily just at this table, but the snapshot of things you hear, would you want your son to be out there?
No.
Okay. All right. Now we're getting somewhere. Then how do we change that? I don't think anybody's a bad person. I just think that we don't have these conversations. We know how to have sex and we know how to argue. But when I often ask women, think about your brothers or your sons. What would you want them to feel out there? And you think about, how would you want him to be out there, and how do we change that? Because what men in your life do you respect their opinion enough to change what you're doing?
My brothers and like my father.
Okay. That's a very small group.
Very small.
It's the media.
Anybody?
A lot of like influencers, like coaches, like the law of attraction, like teams and stuff like that. It depends.
Okay.
I have a lot of
When do you listen to in your actual day-to-day life that you respect enough to change what you're doing?
The men that I potentially want to date. I like to get feedback from guys that I'm talking to, thinking about dating. And sometimes I kind of self-evaluate because I like to know.
So somebody you were dating.
To put it simply, anyone who I feel has my best interest at heart.
Would you say these pools are very large?
No.
Okay, so if we just use you as a sample size, women don't tend to listen to men.
Mm-mm.
All right, and if women as a group have little empathy for men, how does it change? If you're not listening to men in general, if you don't listen to very small groups of men, how do you guys change?
Do I want to change? I'm sorry, I'm being funny.
Nah, I mean it's
I don't know. I've never.
Would you want the world to change for your son, or would you want him to be in this?
The world to change?
Would you want your son to be trying to find a mate in this environment?
Yeah, I can't change the world.
That's not the question.
Would
you want to send your son out? Would you want your son? You want the best interest for your son. You want to send your son. So you can't change the world. So you're just gonna send him to whatever school, whatever situation.
No, I'm not that's very circumstantial.
It's very deliberative. It's very deliberative.
Of course, I'm not just
So
sending a child out into the world
But the world is this. So we'll send them to the best schools and the best churches and then this and that. But then when the very important thing of mating and relationships, I ain't got nothing to do. The answer is y'all got to have these conversations amongst yourselves to work out your issue with men. That's what it comes down to, because you don't even listen to us.
Don't listen.
But bottom line is, here's the ugly reality. You need us. Whether you want to admit it or not, you need us.
Say it again.
I woke recently. I woke up. I listen to the guys I dated and what they say and what they want.
But it has to be more than just the guys you date. Because many women would say, I respect my man, I'll cater to my man, I'll submit to my man, I'll be cooperative with my man. But then you give the rest of the men in the public your ass to kiss. And it's the rest of the men who provide the security, the safety, the infrastructure, everything else that you need. The reason the world is as safe as it is today, and you can walk through Miami in heels and skirts and not worry about being booped over the head, is because you got security. What do men in this country and this world do that's good, that has nothing to do with women?
That has nothing to do with women? Football?
I'm going to you in a minute.
Help her out. Waiting. TikTok.
Okay. I feel like men have provided a lot of, because I love a manly man. I love the essence of a man. So I feel like men have provided, but that doesn't have nothing to do with women. This sounds weird, but like infrastructure or like a lot of I feel like of how a lot of things get taken care of, men do that. And it doesn't mean with just women. I mean like with like every situation.
Okay, what else?
It don't have nothing to do with women.
I feel like everything has to do with women. Build.
Huh?
Building.
Protecting who?
All the children.
Huh?
Children.
Yeah, women and children now.
And also for the planet. Like
building though, but that protecting, we don't protect each other. So what do we protect? So buildings and whatever. So what else? Anything?
I think a lot of it what do men do that's good that does not have to do with women? They lead, take initiative usually for a lot of things. It's the man's nature. When they do this good, they do a lot of things that's good, but I think that
so if there's a lot, name me three.
Three things, three good things.
Yeah, you said
three good things.
Go ahead. Is there a lot? Pick three.
When you say good,
No. You already you said a lot, so I shouldn't have to define.
Men are great.
Okay, men are great. They do a lot of good things. What are three things?
They
You said
They
football.
groom other men.
Okay, you said football.
Football. Also,
Football.
what has to do with football, I think being
ball
a
thing.
leader for other men, like guiding other younger men down a better path. Yeah.
They lead. Taking the lead. But that still got to do with a woman because he's leading the other man to be good. And then
So I want to be clear. Infrastructure building. What'd you say?
I said
Leading and cutting hair in football. And I want you to imagine all the millions of men who are going to hear this, and I want you to think about this is the considered opinion of 4 women who would consider themselves to be nice, reasonable, level-minded. This is as much as you thought about what is good about us as men. That has nothing to do with you.
Mm.
What I'm trying to show you is for you ladies, for so many women to say this is a man's world, it's a patriarchy, and women is oppressed and this and that. But you look at us as utilities or something to be feared, and you look at us as what we can do for you, not what we are. Men have built, men created, men invent. There's philosophy. We've civilized the world in general. We're not hunter-gatherers anymore. We've eradicated disease. We've done a lot of different things. Even if you talk about that has nothing to do with women. And see, the thing is, you think more about yourself. That's okay. You think about it though. You say how great men are, and they do so much. And if a man will say, "Shorty, you the best, you the bomb, you do this, you that," to put women on such a high pedestal. You're the mothers of this, you do that, you do this. We're supposed to almost deify you. But you don't think about men as what we're good at or what we do well, except what it has to do. You said the truth. Basically, football.
Wrong with that? They're great at football.
But but of all the things, but my point is, of all the things, I ask you to think about your brothers and your sons and these kind of things in the future. Of all the things that men are, we are more than football, cutting hair. I mean, there's a lot. And the thing is, leading, all right, but leading who? Most women today don't even want to be led by a man because it's oppressive.
You said that don't have nothing to do with it.
Well, that's the point, because you're talking about leading. Men don't have any problem with leadership. We have a hierarchy. This is why in the military, there's very little, well, I'm not gonna say very little issue. Men sort ourselves into orders and hierarchies very well. I want you guys, here's an assignment. There's a show on Amazon Prime called Bear Grylls, Grylls, show they call The Island. He takes a group of men and a group of women, sets them on deserted islands for 6 weeks with bare essentials, and they got to survive. I want you to watch the difference between how men and how women without technology survive. You'll see by week 5, women were bickering, they don't want to be led, making shit by committee. By the end of week 5, men damn near created the Eiffel Tower. Because we know that we have to sort ourselves, and there is order, and somebody has to lead, and it's not all about our feelings, it's about getting stuff done. And we have forgotten, and women today, I think it's fair to say women have forgotten what men are, what make us great, other than the fact of what we can do for you.
Well, I'm sure that that point of view is open to speculation, but a lot of it's true, man. A lot of the perspectives that the brothers had was true, but it has a lot to do with the fantabulous expectations that are out here that are being perpetuated by the things that we see. And as a man, yeah, I can relate to the being forgotten or the high expectations or feeling like something is owed to someone that you are quote unquote or should be in a position to build something, build a life with. You know, um, you know, the truth and the light is that you as a women, you control who you date and we control who we marry, which is all I guess the order of things. I mean, in which we peck. But like I said before, men want someone who's going to listen to them and truly gain some understanding about what he wants. Um, we're simple. We don't want a whole lot. Um, we don't we don't date outside of our worth bracket. Um, like some females do with the expectations that they have, you know, um, and the demands. And a lot of it comes off masculine. When you're dealing with a real man, he doesn't play well with men. He doesn't do men. He's looking for a woman. So you can always butt heads, with the masculine position that you take, whether you can pay your own bills or you can cook the food or you can do all these things that you know, yeah, we know you can do, but some shit you shouldn't have to, like standing at a gas station on Sunday night to pump your gas so you can get ready for the week, taking out the trash at your house, that kind of shit. It's a lot of different things. Um, but on the same topic, it's like this: when we do that, I mean, there is another perspective, and in all actuality, I can't go forward without sharing a female perspectives on this thing. And I chose to do it this way because it needs to be done, and it's only fair. Um, yeah, and here's my people.
Hi, everybody. This is April Mason, your favorite feminine lifestyle strategist, and I have some nuggets to drop on you
Listen, lady.
tonight. Y'all are so funny. Here y'all come. Y'all coming.
Come on in.
I guess there's a video that's circulating around, and y'all, if I don't say anything else about my followers, I love you all. Y'all will tag the fool out of me on things that you want my opinion on or want to know my thoughts on. So the thing that y'all done woke me out with today is a video with a man asking what women bring to the table. And many women were upset about what he had to say. I don't remember his name, but it was a gentleman on the video saying that, it was like a panel and it was women on the panel and it was men. And the women were saying they make the house a home, but the man was saying all of the other stuff. And so y'all tagged the fool out of Miss April today. And I was getting ready to go to bed. I said, but nope, I'm going to give the people what they want. And it was time for me to talk about this anyway. I will preference it with this. A lot of ladies probably will not like what I have to say. Just like the video I did in 2016, similar to this, that went viral. And y'all was on World Star Hip Hop. I was on World Star Hip Hop about that video. So, yeah. So understand, let me give this disclaimer. I said, what does a feminine, when I say feminine, heavy on the feminine woman, bring to the table for a high value man. Number two, a high value man and a high earning man are two different things. I'm not here to discuss that right now, but they are two different things and they are not synonymous. All right. I'm strictly here to talk about what a woman brings, a feminine woman, not just a woman, but what a feminine woman brings to a high value masculine man's life. Okay. When y'all start but they don't, I'm not talking about them. They don't fit into the category. All right. So understand, I'm talking strictly about a woman who lives her lifestyle operating in the feminine. What does she bring to a high value masculine man's life? Okay. Do we have that? Once again, let me say it again, because I know that y'all gonna come with it. This video is strictly about what a feminine woman, a woman who lives in the feminine as her default in her day-to-day, what she brings to a high value masculine man's life. We're not talking about what y'all call dusties. We're not talking about males. We're not talking about basic thinking women. That's not what we're talking about. Okay. This is a different conversation. So it might go over some of y'all's heads, because this is something that we don't really talk about. So first order of business. A high value masculine man never asks a feminine woman what she brings to the table. He might ask a woman what she brings to the table that is, attempting to maybe get with him or something like that. But a feminine woman, a woman that operates in the feminine, is never asked what she brings to the table. Why is that? Because a high value masculine man would have already watched her life and assessed what she's already doing in her life and how she lives it, how it could be an asset to his life. So once again, this is talking about a feminine woman and a high value masculine man. So a feminine woman is never asked, a truly divine feminine woman is never asked what she brings to the table. That is the first order of business. Now, a woman that does not operate in the feminine as a lifestyle will be asked that question, because it's unclear. Okay. Very. With a feminine woman, it's very
technology. Give me a second. Some things must be clear. And as we work through it, we have those conversations, and this is one that should be had.
Clear to a high value masculine man what she brings. Okay. Secondly, feminine women do not define themselves by their accomplishments, by their domestic abilities. They can cook and clean. They don't define themselves by those things. All right. So when a man, when a woman is asked what she brings to the table, she normally, goes to, I can cook, I can clean, I can make the house a home, I can the sex, all of those things. I could take care of myself. I can pay the car note too. I can take care of bills too. Well, a feminine woman never says those things. We just don't live in that because we don't have to. All right. So those are regular answers. All right. This is why I teach what I teach about becoming and being what a woman actually is. Okay. And it's not about what we can do, it's more of what we can be. Now, there are certain things, since we are talking about what that type of woman brings to that particular type of man, understands there's levels to this, baby. There's levels to it. So I'm talking about a specific level of man and woman. So now that I got that out of the way, I have a list of things that a feminine woman brings to a high value masculine man's life. Number one, you know, she is the yin to his yang, meaning she's the feminine to his masculine. All right. That's what she is off the rip. And because so many women don't operate in the feminine, they wonder why they keep butting heads with that. Somebody said, what if he's not a high value masculine man? We're not talking about them. Pay attention. We're not talking about them. This is what we're talking about. This particular type of man with this particular type of woman. If you're dealing with something else, that's just what you choose to deal with. But feminine women, we don't deal with that. So I'm trying to help you get to that next place and stop trying to figure out how to make these raggedy dudes not be raggedy and how to deal with them. I don't teach you how to deal with them. I teach you how to become a better woman and evolve so you don't even have these basic level conversation. Okay. So number one, she is the yin to his yang, which means she's the feminine to his masculinity off the rip. Okay. Mm-hmm. She's a self-made woman, meaning a woman who wants for nothing gets everything.
Everything.
Let me say that again.
Want for nothing.
A woman who wants for nothing gets everything. She has her own life. She has her own adventures and passion that she does on her own that is very alluring to him. Okay?
To him.
She amplifies what he already has.
Say it, damn it.
Meaning she doesn't go in looking for a purse, some shoes, a vacation, a new car, right? She looks at what this high value masculine man already has and she amplifies it. Because what does that do? A woman that comes in that can amplify what a man has, he will give her everything. Especially if he is a legacy driven type of man. He is a man that's all about expanding. He's a man that is all about growing and evolving. A feminine woman comes into his life, sees what he's lacking, and she amplifies everything that is around. She brings companionship. She brings that confidant. She's that confidant. She stimulates him in a way that makes him want to protect and provide for her, because when you're actually in the feminine energy automatically comes, when it comes to a masculine man, it's his basic instinct to protect and to provide for that type of woman. A lot of you say, these men don't want to protect and provide. That's because you are in the masculine. Yep. So you are coming to the table with what you can bring as far as monetary things, but not what you can be as a woman. In this video that you guys kept sending me, the guy said, everything the woman said, he said, I can hire somebody for that. And I hit the floor. That's what the main thing that made me do this video tonight. Because my ex, we dated years ago, and I ran into him a couple of years ago, and we ran into each other in the store. And he was like, man, you know, I got married and this. And she's like, well, she don't understand me. You know, I'm an artist. I'm this, I'm that. And I said, well, why did you marry her? And I'm listening. And my response to him was, I said, oh, darling, I see what happened here. He said, what's that? I said, you married a woman that you can hire somebody to replace what she does for you. She can cook, you can hire a cook. She can clean, you can hire somebody to clean. You know, you have sex, you can hire somebody to have sex, you know, with you. You can hire an accountant. I said, but she didn't understand the essence and the soul of who you are as a man. So she could not feed or nurture you based upon who you are at your core. You hired somebody, you married somebody that you can hire her to replace what she does for you. And so a lot of times when women are talking about what they bring to the table, these are things that can be replaced with a black card, with a debit card, hell, with a prepaid Chase card that he didn't put money on. So that does not make you valuable to a high value man who knows how to produce, who knows how to bring money into the home, who knows how to provide. That doesn't do it for him. All right. So make sure I got that to you.
Yeah, get it to him. Get it to him, damn it.
A feminine woman is the stroke to his ego, and she has no problem being
stroke
that.
Mine,
some women will say, well, why we got to stroke a man's ego? Hey,
yeah.
Why not?
You need to.
Stroking the ego keep you from working 12-hour
right.
days, honey.
Stroke
Stroking the ego, baby, will keep you from doing all of this hard labor that you're doing. Stroking an ego will keep you in a position of not having to break your back all the time trying to do it all by yourself. Stroking the ego, it doesn't cost you anything.
It's free.
Okay?
But you can gain it all.
Another thing a feminine woman brings to a high value masculine man's life is her energy, her presence.
Yeah.
Her presence brings him peace. When he's going through things, he can't wait to get back into connecting to where she is. It's nothing that she says. It's nothing that she's doing. It's who she's being. Okay? It's who he's being. I hear the women say, but women can hire men too. Yeah, only basic thinking women say that. I'm going over y'all head. Yeah, you can. That's because you're not attracting a high value masculine man. So if you want to hire somebody to do all of these things, that's fine. Because just like I said, he can hire somebody to do basic woman stuff. You can hire a man to do basic man stuff. That's basic. So go hire him. But that's basic woman thinking. The next is she is his support system, his mental and emotional support system. Ladies, understand the suicide rate skyrockets all the time. And guess who is at the top? Men. Because they don't have that outlet.
Well, I ain't killing myself, damn it.
Place for him to lay his head in her lap and be that confidant. She knows how to listen to him versus always having something to say.
All y'all got some shit to say.
She's not always disagreeable, listening to him, waiting to find something to be disagreeable about. Okay? Doesn't mean she's a doormat. But what it does mean is she knows when to challenge him and say, honey, you know what? I hear what you're saying, but babe, I'm gonna need you to bring it, make it a little plainer to me, honey. Break it down to me like I'm in the third grade, because what you're saying right now, sweetie, it's really not connecting. So make it make sense to mama. She knows when it's time to do that, and then she knows when it's time to just listen. Okay? She is seductive. She is very, very seductive, right? Because she is what? His pleasure. She is pleasurable because she has pleasure in her own life. Things that I'm telling you tonight aren't things that you just do because you have a man. No, you bring pleasure into your own life every single day. Okay, she's the pleasure. She can be his vixen. She can be his sex kitten. She can be that temptress. Okay, so not only can she be those things, she can also be the woman that he comes to when he wants to strategize, when he doesn't know the answer, when he's getting ready to go into that big meeting. And he's like, damn it, I don't feel, I'm not feeling this. And she looks at it and says, honey, wait a minute, you done stayed up all night to make this thing work. You got this. This is why this plan will work. She is his biggest supporter.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
She's kind, very kind. That's one of the things that we're missing. It's kindness. She's his muse.
Yes.
Okay.
God damn it.
She's his inspiration and motivation. Okay. She's his companionship. She inspires him to dominate and run it. Babe, you got this.
That's
all right.
That's right.
She is a woman who is very, very desirable. She keeps herself up. She looks good. She smells good. She allows him to be Clark Kent when the world has beat him up by being Superman all the time. Once again, we have over 1,000 people in here. I'm talking about what a feminine woman brings to the table to a high value masculine man. As you notice, I mentioned nothing about money. I mentioned nothing about degrees. I mentioned nothing about, I buy my own house. I buy my own car. They don't care about that.
Don't.
And for those of you say, but what about the men that do? I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about a different caliber of man.
Yes.
So when you ask yourself as a woman, what do I bring to a man's life? Stop listing accomplishments. Stop listing, I can cook and I can clean. These things that I'm listing requires you to go within you as a woman. What hobbies do you have? Would you want to be a part of your own life? Or do you go to church, school, and home and take care of the kids all the time?
All the
Is
time.
your life boring?
Is it?
Are you intriguing? Are you mysterious? The woman who appeals to a man's imagination is the woman that gets him.
Yep.
Are you appealing to that man's imagination, or do you not have anything going on in your life that is not interesting? So when we start talking about the feminine woman and a high value masculine man, no, we don't have to go to work.
Nope.
No, we don't have to do labor. No, we don't have to try to prove that we can do it. No, we don't even have to have a lot of money of our own. But what we do have to have and be is a woman who knows what it means to be a woman.
A woman.
And that's the art that we have lost. Because when you ask most women, who are they? They tell you what they do. They tell you what they've accomplished. No. High value masculine men don't care about that because they already have the money.
I hope that touched on a whole lot of things, because I know that it did, and I feel it in my bones, because it came from a woman, and it was somebody who was unbiased to our plight. I mean, it's kind of the same shit we've been asking for a long time, man. And it's kind of like, the song, the old James Cleveland song, where they say, "Who left the gates open?" And I say that to the things that we see nowadays in regards to who has access and who has excess, or who perpetuates the excess that they don't have, and the want factor. Yeah, you can want it, goddammit, but are you willing to work for it? Nobody's gonna give you anything. Nobody owes you anything. All right? And in all actuality, I mean, there is some truth to the measure of what men are making, to sustain life. And it takes a duality to really, I guess, have a fruitful life. I mean, you can do it by yourself, but who wants to die alone? Because trust me, there are a lot of people dying alone. There's a lot of people that are in their late 30s, 40s, without children, without family. I mean, and basically, I can understand in the quiet times that the walls close in on you, and you say, well, damn, where's my legacy going beyond here? Once I'm gone, that's it. So then how do you live your life? How do you govern your life beyond that? Do you have someone that you can really enjoy life with and really build something with and create a legacy that's going to outlive you? Or do you hold on to the fantabulous bullshit expectations of what somebody should be bringing to your table, and you don't even have a motherfucking table? Listen, I'll say this. The basics, simple sell. When you step into the forums where you meet people and you want to have conversation and to explore relations, not just the physical aspect of it, but the intellectual part of it. You have to be clean and clear of any atrocities that may have been done to you, because you're not going to give the individual a fair shake. So because you got short and you got, beat out of something, or you feel like you lost something, the next individual is not going to have a fair shake. It's just not going to happen. We can say it, but through our actions, we're being put under the press to say, we got to show you something, ladies. But fellas, at the same time too, you have to have your shit together. I know that there are a lot of us out here who are not willing to, excuse my being crass for a moment, to discipline our dicks. If you were able to put a muzzle on it, the one that's for you will show up. But because you're attaching yourself to so many different spirits, you're all over the place. And you'll never have peace. Never have peace of mind and peace in your life. And just like anyone else, 9 times out of 10, you'll die alone. You don't want to be one of these old fucking Spencers with 100 cats in your house or outside of your house, and they come and find you after someone has to call in and do a welfare check on you. That's not the way. But the real issue is when we talk about what men and women should bring to the table, it is a position to negate the disrespect or the lack of respect that an individual can give you through honesty. I see it all the time. A lot of people want honesty, but they're not willing to be honest. Okay? Fellas not wanting to be honest about their intention with a lady because they don't want to lose the opportunity to fuck. Now, I'm just going to be straight up with you. I'm not going to dress it up. When in all actuality, what you are actually doing is you're robbing this woman or this person of the power to make a decision on you. She may be with it, but if she's not, then goddamn it, move on. You know? And if so, then you need to do something with yourself. You got that kind of time on your hand and motherfucker, you know, shit, you reckless. You in the way. But ladies, take time. Listen to what your man wants or a man wants from you. Let him be able to express himself. Don't be so loud and boisterous. Yeah, we know you've been hurt. We know you've been carrying the weight and that kind of thing, but it's been set up that way by design. What are we supposed to do? If we're not given the opportunity to do anything, hell, the only thing you're going to continue to do is sit on the sideline and call the game. Really? You can't sink a motherfucking jump shot from there. You got to get in the game. That means giving opportunity and being fair about it, being open about it. And you can't operate in fear, which most of you do with these brick walls, these fronts that you put on because you need to be expressive. Look, aside from that, man, the phone line is open, man. If you want to call and you got something you want to say, and I'm saying it doesn't have to be directly about anything that I'm saying, but, you know, the two people that actually have other platforms that had something to say in regards to what I'm saying tonight or expressing or exploring tonight, call in, man. The number is 929-322-3971. It's right there at the bottom of your screen. And I'd love to hear from you, man. We'd all love to hear from you. It's a village. It takes a village to raise us. I can't say that I know it all. I'm here because I don't know it all. And yeah, she was on point, as April always is. As a man, shit, I want a feminine woman. I don't want no woman telling me what she can do. God damn that. I need you when the fuck I can't do it. You know? And if hair lips the governor and we're in a position where there is some sort of savings, that's some shit you need to be stocking up, because trust me, if I don't even come see you, I'm gonna come hit you for some G's, and I don't want to hear you ain't got it. That's just real talk. But there are those times, man, when men run into men and they don't play well together. But anyway, man, I hope that you know, thus this far, man, you have all drawn something from this show tonight. I mean, and really are willing to take a look at how you move forward in your relations. You know, seeking companionship. You know, is it about the money? Is it about the attraction, or is it about you? You know, if it's about you, then what is it you're seeking? What is it that you need to make you whole and in a relationship that you are interested in? You know, what is it that you're looking for an individual to prove to you beyond a shadow of a doubt that they're in your corner and for you? Most are not willing to do that. You know, most are not willing to be upfront and say, hey, look, man, I need you to pull out your criminal record, your whole 9 yards. I need you to do all of that. You're on the air. You're on the air.
Yeah, I just wanted to add to the video that you played of April. I thought she was amazing in what she was saying. I think, you know, the type of man, high value, masculine man and the feminine woman that she was speaking about. And as she said, you know, as a feminine woman, or to get to that place, to become that type of woman, you have to have done some work if you're not already there.
Right.
And I would say the type of man that she was speaking to is a man who has already done his work.
Right.
to get to a place where, you know, you can tear down all of the trauma that we bring, all of the triggers that we bring that would cause a block to really be what we need to be for one another.
So let me ask you a question. I don't mean to cut you off.
That's missing in relationships. Go ahead.
Why should we have to tear down the walls of your trauma? As we're newly engaging, why is it my responsibility as a man to tear down the walls of your traumas or to help you get through your traumas?
That's not what I'm saying.
Okay, I stand corrected.
I don't think it's my responsibility to tear down your trauma or help you tear down your trauma. And the same thing in reverse. I don't think it's your responsibility. I think the issue is with dating today is that nobody has done that work on themselves.
Right.
Nobody has even started to peel back the layers. And all I was saying was the man that she's speaking about, I believe, is a man who has already begun to work on himself. Now, I also don't believe that we are ever completely healed. I think we're always walking that journey. Well, I won't say healed. I don't think we ever arrive at a particular point. I think we should always be growing and always working to become the best versions of ourselves. But if we, you know, if a man and a woman step into a relationship and he has his own trauma and triggers and things that he's just unaware of why he is the way that he is, and that she has her own separate list of things that she hasn't even begun to scratch the surface. But when you come together, you have it's no option. You know, he's going to do something that triggers her, and she is going to look at him as if he's the one who's causing her this distress, and vice versa. When in actuality, you know, a person can trigger me by saying something that reminds me of a person who hurt me when I was 3. If I'm not aware of that, then I'm going to instantly look at this person as if, you know, they are the cause of some pain and distress. But a person who has begun working on themselves and understand some things about themselves and are able to identify some of their triggers, of course you're always going to be triggered. The thing is, how are we dealing with those triggers? Am I able to step back and say, you know, this has nothing to do with this person in front of me. This is something that happened so long ago, so I can't hold this against this person. This is a brand new person who should have a clean slate with me. I don't believe that we come into relationships and give each other a clean slate. I've been through all of these things. I got all these walls up, and you got to work to tear down these walls. I think that's how most people go into relationships, and that's just as backwards. You should spend time with yourself to get to know who you are as a person and what it is that you truly need.
So let me ask you this. As a woman, what would you consider a high-value man? What is your definition of a high-value man? Because there are multiple definitions and depictions through different eyes. But I'd like to hear yours because you're on the show. And inquiring minds would like to know the disposition of another woman.
Okay, so to me, a high-value masculine man is someone who is self-sustaining, meaning they have their financial health together, their physical health together, their mental health together. They are able to sustain themselves all on their own. And they're healthy enough when they recognize a person who, and they could still be doing work, but they at least recognize some things about themselves where they are not putting the things that they have been through onto someone else. They understand that, you know, this precedes this person that's standing in front of me.
Cool.
Who's able to recognize when a woman is equally yoked, that, okay, you know, I am gaining something that's going to propel my life. Or not, and maybe propel is the wrong word, but, you know, as April was saying, it's like an add-on.
Right.
It's a bonus. You know, my life is amazing as it is, but, you know, you being a part of my life is just going to amplify this amazingness, and we're just going to be amazing together.
Awesome. So, with that said, you would have no problem being a helpmate, being there to stroke an ego or to be the inspiration or inspire the man that you are with to go out and provide, keep, and protect for you, huh?
Absolutely not. I think our job as people is to see beyond ourselves and our selfish wants and desires.
Awesome.
That's what we were put here to do, to be something more than what we are capable of being, even if that means inspiring our legacy or inspiring the people that we come into contact with. Maybe I don't have the tools not the tools, maybe it's not meant for me to have, right? Maybe that's just not my destiny, but my destiny could be to spark the inspiration in somebody else to reach whatever it is that they want to reach. And you have to be okay with that. Like, whatever your path is and, you know, what you've been put on this earth to do, you have to be confident enough in that and be okay with it.
That's dope.
So, I wouldn't have a problem with that.
I thank you. I thank you for your commentary and your position. Your disposition is very funny. And, yeah, it's a pleasure. One other question, though. What do you think is different in today's woman than the woman 20 years ago in what they bring to the table? Their morals, their values, expectations.
I think, along with not dealing with some of the traumas that we have been through for generations, I think that, you know, just what I was just saying about even just people, it's the selfishness. You know, it's not even about, it's about me. Like, these are the things that I need. I've been fighting to have my voice heard for so long. I've been fighting for somebody to pay attention to me. I've been fighting for people to love me. Like, I'm tired of fighting. So now I am going to make sure, no matter what I have to do, I'm going to fight, yell, scream, and whatever it is to get what I want, because I believe that's the only way to get it. Even though it never worked that way. But I'm so selfish and self-centered in my selfish wants. I don't have it in me to be compassionate enough to say that other people are going through things too. And I don't have the mental ability to say I need help. So we're still... go ahead.
So that's safe to say this is kind of the position of the today woman.
I think it is. You know, we believe we can have it all while being whatever it is that we decide we want to be that day. So if that's rude and, you know, unkind to people and not considerate, not compassionate, not appreciative, then that's what we want to do, still thinking that we're going to get what we want. And it just doesn't work. You know, human nature, that just doesn't work.
Exactly. Truly. All right. What would be your expectations of, let's just say this, your son? How would you groom your son to deal with today's woman?
You know, honestly, like, I think it was last week, me and my son spent a good 4 or 5 hours. He was just telling me about, and it was the first time that we have ever had that type of conversation. He was telling me about a girl that he believed was his girlfriend.
Wow.
And I was asking, you know, what happened with that? And, you know, the things that he was telling me, you know, she was talking to other people and he found out about it because people were screenshotting and sending it to him. So I really, you know, at that point, I was like, you know, he's 15. Like, I have to have a grown-up conversation with him about women. And what I said to him, and I think the reason we even started that conversation, because he had seen somebody that he was interested in who was his age, and they responded to him saying, "You're not ready for me." Or no, excuse me, "You can't handle me."
Wow.
So this is a 15-year-old little girl that told him that, and that's what sparked the whole conversation. What I said to him was, you know, she did you a favor, because if at 15 she has things going on that you at 15 can't handle, she spared you. Exactly. And so don't look at it as someone, you know, rejecting you. She did you a favor because y'all 15. There's nothing that really should be going on in a 15-year-old's life that you can't handle as a 15-year-old. I said, to be honest with you, I said, that sounds like something a woman my age would say to a man, and it would be a financial thing. Yeah, so anytime a woman tells you you can't handle her, just say, okay, cool.
He'll see her 20 years from now and say, life beat her ass with a roll of quarters.
Right. So to answer your question, I just have real conversations with him. Like, I don't sugarcoat anything. I tell him, because I also can't raise the man, but what I tell him, are the things that women like. I tell him how a woman should treat him. The type of woman that he should be interested in. Awesome. I pray, and I tell him this too. You don't want what one person do to jade you for the next person.
Right.
We have to learn how not to take things personally, because if a person is willing to hurt you and you have been nothing but good to them, that has everything to do with them and nothing to do with you.
Nothing to do with you.
So those are the type of conversations that I have with him. That's a long conversation that I have with him, and just honesty. That's all we can be. The world is an effed up place, and I don't want to send him out there with the wrong information, or these bad chicks can be whatever they want. Like, that to me is that's not the era I was raised in. That's not what I believe in, and just based off of he and I's conversation, that's not even what he believes in. So I don't want to jade him or to dim his heart. And that's what I was telling you, the heart that you have now is the heart that you really want to find the person who's going to appreciate you for that. And if, once people tell you who they are, don't try to change that.
So you wouldn't,
okay
so basically, so you want him to be pure. You don't want him to, you want his experience to be like one and done. You don't want him to go out and sow his royal oats and, that kind of thing. Get it out
of course not. I mean, that wouldn't be my desire for him, but that's not desire. I have girls too. That's not my desire for them either.
You got to run amok, man. You can't listen.
Of that happen,
if he's purebred,
is very low. Like, I get that.
Listen, I used to breed pit bulls, right? If he's
Mm-hmm.
purebred, you got to fight him at least once. You got to let him roll. If not, he's gonna break out of the kennel. He's gonna kill everything in the neighborhood. So you got to perpetuate that your son's got to live his life for a little bit to see what the waters is playing like. You got to put his life jacket on and get in the boat and roll a little bit.
Yeah, and we talk about that too. But protect yourself, because these little young girls out here is wild.
Yeah, so, but this is the perpetuation of what we see.
You want to go play, you want to leave the playground the same way you went.
Yeah.
Safe. So, yeah.
Well, I thank you. I thank you for calling. And I thank you for your time. I truly do. And spread the word, man. If you let's broaden the conversation. If you got friends and people that want to get into the conversation, hey, the platform is open. I thank you. I truly thank you for calling in. Listen, it's a village, man, and it takes a village to raise us. We grown. We grown. We all family. But at the same time, we don't know it all. I know a lot of shit. I've experienced a lot of shit, like most uncles do, and most daddies and brothers, and so on and so on. But goddamn it, I don't profess to know it all. I'm gonna give you what I know. But I'm out here reaching out because it takes y'all. Everybody knows something, man. We all know something, and we can put it in the pot and put it together and make it make sense. What we see in today, man, it is a travesty, because it is really leaking beyond us, those that are in the gate as elders. We're watching our next 2 generations come together under this bullshit. Where do you think we going? To hell in a handbasket, because these motherfuckers don't know where the hell they come from. Because I know goddamn well, a lot of us parents right now sitting back like, what in the fuck? What in the blue fuck is on this kid's mind right now? Even grown folks. Matter of fact, we're looking at grown folks that we think are grown, and we wonder what's on their mind, the things that they're doing. People are hurting, and just because they're hurting, they want to hurt other people, or they want to make people do things to medicate their hurt. So this is why this topic is very prevalent tonight, because you have people that are venturing into realms they have no business venturing into. If you fucked up, you have no business getting into a relationship. Fellas, if you don't have this together, you don't have your mind together, you have no business involving yourself with a woman who potentially has her shit together, because you're a hindrance. Women naturally want to love. They want to be helpmates. But if your shit's not together, then you're in the way. Let that woman, matter of fact, let me retrospectively, let that woman know what your true intentions are, and she'll let you know. If she's on some Cyndi Lauper shit and she want to have fun, she'll let you know, I like you that much. Okay, cool. But it ain't gonna go no further than that, because you're not gonna fuck up what I got going on. But at the same time, if you are worth your weight in gold, it's not what you bring to the table, fellas. You bring in the motherfucking table. And if you have a table and you have a good woman before you, she's willing to get on your program. She's not going to deny herself. And you'd be wrong to even ask her to deny herself any of her pleasures in life and her goals. But she's willing to get on your program. Okay? If you have your shit together, that is, mentally, spiritually, and fiduciarily. Your responsibilities are intact. You know what you're doing. You know where you got to go. Make that shit work. And I'll tell you one thing, man. That is true in life. You have. Let me put it to this way. A man's woman is a direct representation of his. Let me. I don't want to offend anybody, but let me say this. A man's woman is a direct reflection of his fiduciary power in the world. And that's fact. A wealthy man can have some of the most beautiful women in the world because of what he's doing for them and so on and so forth. That's shallow shit. At the same time, a budding brother or budding man can have a beautiful woman too. The difference between those two are the spectrums. Okay? The beauty in the wealthy man is that he's paid for it. Like a shoe, like a watch, like a Picasso, like something that value has been put into. And the reason why I say that value has been put into that is based on the individual, meaning i.e. the females that the wealthy guy has placed in this woman. So because she's placed those things out there and on this platform that we watch now, we see, oh, well, it becomes a legal term. The accustomed life, a lifestyle that has been accustomed. These are one of those things that play out in a divorce, right? And the same thing is applicable to the lifestyles that people put out there to the next individual. This is what you're going to have to level up to this. There was a skit that it was an actual a video blog that someone had decided to walk around and ask random ladies. Asked them, would you want to have a date? Name the order. Would you rather have a scammer, a drug dealer, or a 9-to-5 guy? And do you know, out of 100%, 97% of those women wanted drug dealers and scammers. The 9-to-5 guy, shit, he was basically not even a part of the fray because they wanted the everyday fun girl shit. And that's those. But this is what's on the forefront. This is what we are being fed, that this is what it's about. And that's bullshit. So, let me get back on topic. What do men and women, or what should we be bringing to the table, or what should both men and women bring to the table? The initial empathy for one another. Knowing that you've been through some shit, I've been through some shit. Put that shit on the table. Let it be known. I.e. mistakes, flaws. Now we get into good shit. The good parts of me, the good parts of you. Once we understand the flaws and those positions and the reasons, we move beyond that shit. Now I accept you for who you are. Now we can build things together. The trust is one of those things that ensues after we deal with one another's faults. But if you're not willing to confess your sins and your fault to one another, you'll continue to hold secrets, and you'll continue to move in ways that are not profitable, prosperous, mentally, spiritually, and otherwise. So there's a lack in growth. So where do we go from there? We're still sitting there at a half-empty table, eating McMurdo as opposed to filet mignon and some champagne. You hear me? The question is, as I stated before, the wealthy guy, he can buy or purchase things and instill value in something that has no value. Okay, prime example, Lamborghini. Lamborghini has stated for years they don't do commercial because they know their market or their target market does not watch commercials because they're too busy making the money to pay for the fucking car, or they're out enjoying the car. Okay? Here's the thing. A man that may have met, matter of fact, you know what? Look at a lot of the grassroots celebrities, quote unquote celebrities and wealthy folks that got it by pulling it out of the mud. And they married their high school sweetheart, male or female. If you strip them down, they were average. But the value is priceless in them because they earned the value together through the blood, sweat, and the tears, and sharing the faults, the sins, the vulnerable points and moments in their lives, as well as the poignant moments in their lives. Okay, these are the things that we should be talking about. What are we bringing to the table? These are the things that should be on the table. Okay, when we talk about thanks, Mark. Thanks, brother in the house. Thank you. Yeah. When we're talking about the things that we are doing to ensure legacy and our twilight years together, we want to do it with people that you can trust your social security number to, your everything to. You fall down tonight, you want to be able to trust that this individual that you're with is going to show up at the hospital and have all of your insurance documents in order, be able to notify the family, your next of kin, be able to have access to come and save you wherever you are. But we can't get that if we're not willing to come to the table and share, hey, this is me. This is who I am. This is what I have to offer or to give to you. And I'm not going to give you anything you already have. This is one of the questions that I have asked numerous times. What can you, women, give a man that you have not already given the world? Think about it. There is something. It's not about the sex. It's not about the worldly things. There are things that you can offer an individual that you have not already offered the world. Just think about it. It'll come to you. Dream about it. Ask that it be revealed to you. Okay? And once it's revealed to you, find someone to give it to. I promise you it'll come back to you tenfold. Okay? Look, I'm just here, man, to put a little paint where it ain't, man. I want to do the show differently. I want to be more professional. I'm coming up on a year real soon, and I'm getting ready to go ahead and take this to the next level, and I'm ready to go. I need you guys to go with me, and as well as I need you to share this, man. Look, you all got pages. While you're on right now, click down on the bottom, click share. Share that shit. Share this to your friends. Share it, man. Listen, I need you 12 seconds. You're already following me here on Facebook. Follow me on Instagram. Follow me on YouTube. Click subscribe. Click like. Yeah. And you can get your shirts, your merch as well. And I'm here to inspire. And all you're getting, get you some understanding, man. Any ideas you have, don't just sit back on them. They thought Noah's ass was crazy until it began to rain. Don't chase the dollar, man. Chase something that's going to change someone's life. Okay? Change lives. Don't sit back and chase the dollar, because trust me, if your product is what it's supposed to be, the dollars are going to come. Okay? Hone your craft. Hone your craft. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Give me my roses now, damn it. Yeah. Look, hug your loved ones, man. Times are treacherous out here. We don't know what this thing is or whatever this is going on. And We're looking at the changes in the workforces where you have, you know, even in the healthcare system, where you have some people that complied and those that haven't complied having to switch places with those that complied now because the ones that have complied are out of commission. And I'm just saying that, and I'm using code and I'm whatever. But what I'm saying is, man, count your blessings. Know that you're blessed. And yeah, be mindful. Protect yourself at all times. Keep your dukes up. Keep your guards up. All right. And as I said before, man, share this, man. Share this with others, man. Let's broaden the conversation. Let's blow it wide open. I need you 12 seconds, goddammit. I need you 12 seconds. Every night I need you 12 seconds. Tomorrow I'll be back here. And the premise will be about where we've gone wrong with our young men and where we're going wrong with our young men. I'm going to do a relationship and family piece this week, but starting next week, I'm going into business development and structure. I'm going to get into things that I love, things that I have a passion for, things that I've had my hands on for years, and I'm going to share all of my secrets. I will give you the game. I'm not going to be one of these guys that's going to give you half of the game. And yeah, I want you to really understand what it is to set up your business, your corporate structure, your LLC, those kind of things, and really gain the benefits and understanding how to not be double taxed with your business, being able to set up limited partnerships and really be able to win with the tax base based on the partnership and the percentages of what you are earning. You know, even being able to earn $200,000 a year and only paying $9,800 in tax. These are the things that I'm going to show you. I'm going to get all into this next week, but right now I want to talk about the family base, because usually, man, when we're in the street and we're earning, our families are suffering. These are the things that we need to deal with ourselves, the ones we love, and the ones that are loving on us or professing to love us and robbing us and doing shit to us. You know, these are the things we need to do, man, and not buy into the stereotypes. So I'll say this to you tonight. I love you. Love on yourself, damn it. Let people see you love yourself so they know how to love you. Okay? Yeah. If no one knows how to love you because they don't see you loving you, then they're going to give you what they think that you should have. So just know that, yeah, it's all on you. Yeah. And if no one loves you, hey, God loves you. And I love you too. I know I look good, God damn it. Good night.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is it. It's the ROMELLO Marcellus show. The fly uncle you always wish you had.
Bring 'em out.
Here to give you every aspect of game from a real player's perspective. It's the biggest boss from business, entertainment, love, and life.
I had to find my inner power.
To fashion, etiquette, and current events.
Major show alert.
All to enhance the happiness already inside you.
Today is about the power of you.
Check it out. You're now